War Report coming live every Tuesday at 7 with Steve, Cat, Ryan, Amanda, and Eric. And the voice of NEW, Vince Berry. Hitting all the topics like a clothesline flurry. Turn up your speakers and hear them out. You can listen from your car, even on your couch. They too raw, who NXT? Handing out SmackDowns, follow on IG. Plus, it's sponsored by Tag Me a Date. Go to YouTube and sub now for every update. It's all wrestling here. No safe space, now listen in. Time to hear from some of the greats.
He did have great fucking music. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody to another edition of the War Report After Dark. For those of you who don't know, the King of Hearts, Owen Hart's music. There's a reason we're playing this music today. Eric, go ahead.
Well, in 2 days happens to be the 25th anniversary of the tragic death of Owen Hart. I can't believe it's been 25 years. That I remember like it was yesterday.
You know, it's amazing. There's certain things in life you remember, like 9/11. You remember like it was yesterday. You can tell where you were, what you were wearing, what you were doing at that time. And it's similar to this situation. Like, I know where I was, who I was with, you know, live on pay-per-view. Horrible. But Owen Hart, rest in peace. You know, it sucks. He was one of the best. But welcome everybody to another edition. I want to start off some somber news. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the host of our show, Vince Berry. Him and his family had a tough loss today where they lost their cat and Dusty, and he's been very sick, and it was time. So Vince is going through it, so he's taking the night off. I'm sure he's going to listen, though, and we wish him all the best. It sucks. It's never easy losing an animal because it's family. So,
my condolences, brother. I know what that feels like.
Yeah, that's right. You had that not all so long ago, unfortunately, too. So it sucks. Anyone that's had a pet, it's one of the worst things. So, show must go on. We have SmackDown and Raw, and then, of course, this Saturday, King and Queen of the Ring. So we have to go through the card and, give our thoughts on what's going to happen. But, of course, before we dive in vintage form, our good friend over at YouTube, David Rosca, before we went live. What's up? Gunther's the greatest intercontinental champion of all time. I don't think anyone on this show would disagree with you at this point.
Not at all. You know what? The great thing about Gunther, I was just watching SmackDown because I didn't finish it before the show. And it seems like WWE could just use them to elevate anything they want.
Oh,
like
yeah.
They elevated the Intercontinental title, putting it around him. And now they're going to do the same thing and make him King General of the Ring, which is going to be the craziest. He's going to be the best King of the Ring in quite a long time.
Since Booker T.
Yes.
Because he's got Ludwig Kaiser to do all the right. You know what? You're right. It's gonna, and we'll get into predictions and everything. But yeah, it's gonna be great. Also, here we go with gymnastics. Modern day Simone Biles, Bianca Belair is the greatest Raw Women's Champion of all time. I think Bianca is one of the greatest of all time. I will say that. Is she the greatest of all time? I don't know that I agree with that. I mean, you got to make a case for somebody like Charlotte Flair. Whether you like it or not, how many title reigns she's had and this and that, she is by far one of the best technical women wrestlers ever in history. So I don't know. I don't know if I would put her as the best. What do you guys think?
I mean, I think there's an argument. I mean, obviously the body of work's not there, right? So what we're doing with her is averaging her out a little bit and hoping she does this or better for the rest of her career. If we are comparing, I think at this point you can't make that argument. I do agree with you. I think Charlotte might be the tip of the top. You know, she's just genetically like perfect, and she's just great in the ring, and her mannerisms and her acting skills are off the hook. She cuts great promos.
Yeah.
You know, and not to mention the hill she had to climb because she's Ric Flair's daughter. So the pedestal was already there, or, you know, like I can't even say she exceeded our belief just simply because she's Ric Flair's daughter. That's the way I look at it, but she's definitely done, you know, well, I'll take that back.
She's
Ric
done
Flair
enough to step
is
out
her
of her
dad.
father's shadow, though.
Yeah, she definitely did. Ric Flair is her dad at this point. So, I mean, she did supersede that, actually. So, I believe she's awesome. She's, you know, you have others. You got Sasha Banks that's up there.
Yeah.
I think Sasha Banks is very good. I think Rhea Ripley is as good as it gets in the ring. She's
Becky Lynch.
Yes, Becky Lynch is awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, there's Trish Stratus, and then you go back, Trish Stratus. I mean, you know, they were phenomenal. I mean, there's a long list of you know, some of the greatest women wrestlers of all time. But if you're gonna list the greatest, I just don't know that I'm ready to say it's Bianca.
I feel like it's still too early.
Yeah.
For us to make that argument.
Don't get me wrong. She has already slated a spot in the Hall of Fame. So when that time comes, she's going to be in the Hall of Fame. So that, I think, you know, she will go down as one of the greatest. But does she become the greatest? That's to be seen. And then he had one last comment. The modern day Nadia Comaneci, Trish Stratus is coming back. David, my question to you would be, is that you're just hoping and praying that she's coming back, or are you hearing something that I have not heard that she is officially coming back? Welcome Ryan to the show.
Hey.
What's up, man?
Come on, audio.
How are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing good. All right, so let's get into it. I guess SmackDown's probably a good place, especially since Al's fresh with it because he just kind of finished SmackDown. I want to start off right away with the Bloodline. There was a funny segment backstage where Tama Tonga was pacing, and he was making this like gremlin-like noise. It actually sounded like Beavis and Butthead a little. People are like weird about it. They're not sure how they feel. I fucking loved it. Like, to me, I hear it and I'm watching it and I'm like this guy's just fucking nuts. And it's just playing perfectly into what they're portraying him to be. You know, this absolute nutcase. Did you guys see this segment? Do you know what I'm talking about? What do you guys think?
Yes.
Yeah, he looked like he was unhinged.
Well,
That's put in lightly.
That's yeah.
And now it's like I've never seen Paul Heyman so scared. Like when Roman was there, it kind of, you know, Paul was still somewhat scared of Solo, but now Solo and you add Tama Tonga, my God. It's a recipe for greatness.
Everything Paul Heyman does is gold. And his facial expressions, everything else, it's oh, by the way, so for a while now, we've all been trying to figure out what this MFT thing actually stands for.
I told you, my family tree, bro.
No, I have gotten the answer.
Is it
What is
motherfucking
it?
Tongan?
What is it?
Motherfucking Tongan. That's what it is. Somebody did some kind of interview. It might have been him. I don't know, but it came out where there was this whole thing that it stands for motherfucking Tonga,
That's great.
which
That
is
is
awesome.
And
Yeah.
have you seen, like, he's got the intimidation factor, but, like, if you go back to his New Japan stuff, my God, the
Oh, yeah.
intimidation factor was through the roof.
Yeah, but that's what he's bringing here now.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it's great. And just like he'll take a bump, but how fast he gets right back up. Like he just keeps going and going. Like I'm a very big fan. I love this whole new Bloodline 2.0. I love what they're doing. It's only going to make the return of Roman and his bloodline that much better. It's exciting because they found a way to keep this going.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what's
And Solo's doing a great job, by the way.
Oh, yeah. He looks damn good in the suit, too.
Yeah,
He cleans up nice.
he does.
But you know what this is doing, and it's awesome, is that these guys, okay, they've been around a long time, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. However, to a WWE audience, they're very new. But in saying that, they've got instant credibility just by the way they're acting and then the whole thing's going.
Well, not only that, they got their credibility because they're a part of the bloodline.
Yeah. And their
What?
dad, the toughest man alive, Haku.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
greatest,
nobody was fucking with Haku.
the greatest thing about this is that in a few months, hopefully, we're gonna get the biggest pop we've heard in probably since like The Rock comes out, and it might be bigger than that. Like people are gonna be so happy that Roman's back. 'Cause
They're
those
already
cheers are only
chanting.
gonna get bigger from now on.
They're already chanting, "We want Roman" in
Right,
every
so-
segment now.
Think
And
about
this-
how loud those chants are gonna be in a couple months from now.
And this sounds weird saying this, but I think it's going to be even bigger when he told everybody he was in remission.
I don't know about that one.
I mean, it might equal it.
That might be closer. Surpassing a remission that's a high bar.
Well, time will tell, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was more like a like a heartfelt
Right? Yeah. That's,
Yeah, that's
applause.
fair.
yeah,
that
it's
wasn't
different-
a
I guess it's
roar.
different
When-
kind of-
Yeah,
When
That's a
that
good way of
Roman
looking at
music drops, we're gonna jump out of our seats like finally he's fucking here.
Well, and they're definitely going to do it as a big surprise. Like you're
You
not
think-
going to
you
know
think
it's
they'll-
coming.
You think they'll do it on a SmackDown or on a big pay-per-view?
I think it's in time to set up
SummerSlam?
Bloodline versus Bloodline in War Games.
War Games? You think he's
So-
out past SummerSlam?
Oh yeah, I do.
Really?
I think he's going to be out for a while.
what about end of SummerSlam to set up the build for War Games?
I
Kind of
mean,
like
that,
the CM Punk
that's-
return.
Yeah, I mean that's very possible.
Raw the night after, or SmackDown, whatever.
I don't know. Do you do it on a Raw or SmackDown? You do
I
it at
don't
a big,
think so.
or you do it at
Definitely
Big
not
Four.
Raw. He's
I mean,
gonna
you're
do it on
talking if
SmackDown.
you do it at the end of SummerSlam, that's the end of a Big Four pay-per-view, or PLE. Excuse me.
Well, TV matters more than the pay-per-views now.
How's that?
The
viewership.
TV viewership means more than the Peacock viewership.
Well, because they're leaving Peacock. But it's not about for the network. Who gives a fuck about whatever network gets the most views? People are going to watch the pay-per-views. Any wrestling fan is going to watch this pay-per-view. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So,
I just think the fact that, first of all, you got to understand who's paying the biggest buck, right? Fox put out a big wood for SmackDown. So the fact that they can have that return, think about it. And you're right. Every wrestling fan will tune in. But if that shit blows up on Twitter that Roman Reigns just showed up on fucking SummerSlam, you know the amount of people that are going to go to Channel 5 and just see Roman Reigns, and those ratings are going to go skyrocket. So I think it might be a SmackDown.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Definitely.
Look at the business side of it, bro. It makes sense.
Well, it also depends on how much time they're truly giving Roman.
And
Who
do you
knows?
do it as a surprise or as
Surprise for sure.
It's definitely got to be a
Gotta be.
surprise.
Yeah. I don't want to know when Roman's coming.
No, I just want his music to hit, and the rest is history.
Well, you
But-
don't want the 200th return to SmackDown for Roman Reigns graphic.
No, not really. I could do without it. But we'll see. Listen, either way, I don't give a shit where it happens. I'll be happy when it does. I think it's going to be great, and it's going to be exciting. So either way, I think it's a home run. Other than that on SmackDown, was there anything else worthwhile? I'm trying to remember. Al, you just watched it. Anything?
Well,
we
I
should
think what's his name, Ludwig Kaiser. He's about to get his ass whooped by Sheamus. Because
Oh,
he was
yeah.
talking, real reckless about
running
Sheamus.
his mouth.
So I think Sheamus is gonna get his beat down from the
That's going to be fun to
General.
watch.
What happened?
That's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think that's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be a little fun. What else was there? Was Chad Gable in that? Whatchamacallit? I like where the whatchamacallit.
That's Raw.
Oh, that's Raw. Never mind.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Anything else?
I'm trying to remember.
Like
So
who
long ago already.
advanced to the
Oh,
final?
Jay
I didn't
got
watch the whole thing
disqualified.
tonight. I just saw
Oh,
the
well-
last fight tonight.
The SmackDown. So that was Jey Uso versus.
The General.
Was that? Yeah.
Yes.
No, that was
the
on
main event of
Raw. That was
Main event of
Raw.
Raw.
But Jey Uso, who did he main event with on SmackDown? Wasn't it? Shit, now I'm trying to remember. Wasn't it?
Oh no, so I guess I'm sorry.
Oh
I
no,
watched
it was
Raw.
AJ Styles, Randy Orton.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched Raw. I'm sorry. That's what I watched.
Oh, you
tonight.
watched Raw. All right, so we'll
Yeah.
get back to you on that. But so wait a minute. So on SmackDown, wasn't it AJ Styles and Randy Orton?
Randy
Are they on
Orton, yes.
SmackDown?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that match was outstanding.
That match was very good.
That was very good, and it ended, the way you would expect it to.
My question is this though: where are they going with AJ Styles?
I don't know.
Because you saw that little segment he had at the end of the night.
Yeah, where he is lost. He doesn't know.
That that he's supposed to be going to the general manager's office next week. I wonder what they want to do with him because
Maybe they're
he
going to
just
trade him.
re-signed and AJ Styles too good to just be lost in sauce. And
Maybe they're going to trade him to the other brand.
you think so?
Or he could re-link up with the OC.
Yeah, but they tried that twice already and they failed miserably twice.
Very true.
Dave Abbey over at YouTube. Same place they're going with Cross.
But I'm gonna tell you what though.
Fair.
I'm not Ryan. I'm not upset of where you're going with that. I would give him a tag team partner, and let him go after one of the belts.
That would be
one of the
terrible.
tag team belts, and something like that. Or unless you want to give him a mid card,
What
do
if
something
they,
different with him? But keep him
Freebird.
relevant. I don't think he should be losing that much.
What if they freebird with the OC? Kind of like New Day.
I think they need to give up on the OC at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a lost cause. It just can't get over for whatever reason. I don't know.
Fair.
It's
Maybe
worse
because they're trying to be the Bullet Club and they're not.
You
it's
know what
not
it
the
is?
same.
They're fucking worse than what's this group?
Retribution.
Which one?
Retribution with
Yeah,
D-Ball
they're
and
fucking horrible. Like
yeah.
what's going on with them?
I wouldn't put it as low as Retribution.
Well,
I mean,
it
they had
failed.
2 tries at it and they
Yeah.
failed twice.
I don't know.
Maybe like the Ascension or something.
Yeah, I'd put it on that level.
All right, let's move on to Dave Abbey over at YouTube. Put him with Shinsuke. They'd never win another match ever. Unfortunately, that is not inaccurate. All right, let's move over to Raw. So, Raw, I thought overall, again, decent show. Of course, we had more qualifying matches.
Right.
I have to talk about Liv Morgan for a minute. Because
Yeah.
one thing I have to say is her promos have gotten so much better. That promo that she did with Becky Lynch was fantastic. And she's just getting more natural. I like her as like the crazy bitch.
Me too.
And I got to be honest, and we'll get to this, but I think Liv Morgan is going to go over at Queen of the Ring. But I thought it was a great interaction with her and Becky. Tara says hi, welcome to the show. But overall, I think Raw in general, I think was good. The main event was great. And we'll get to that. I guess we should probably go in somewhat of an order. There was a lot of chaos on Raw. Adam Pearce had his hands full. Braun Breaker's another one.
Yo, he's crazy.
This guy is such gold. The speed that he hits those ropes is just mind-blowing to me.
I've never seen anything like it.
I think did they say something like he hits the ropes at like 23 miles per hour or something like fucking ridiculous. I don't know, it's insane. And I love what they're doing with him. Like, unhinged, you can't control me, there's nothing you can do, fuck you for not putting me in King of the Ring. And he's just fucking killing people. This poor guy who got $50 to be a jobber got his ass fucking handed to him. 2 or 3 monster spears. Absolutely awesome. And then Ricochet, you didn't see that coming. That came out of nowhere. So I'm loving everything they're doing with Braun Breaker. Are they trying to do the whole Goldberg thing with him is my question.
No, he's much better than Goldberg. I mean, would they give him?
But I'm saying in general, like the short matches winning streak kind of deal.
Well, the thing with that is, I don't think could you really fake the amount of matches they did with Goldberg. Remember, one week he was 15-0, the next week he's 25-0, and he only wrestled on Mondays. You know, like that's tough.
Yeah,
we don't live in that era no more. We'll be like, wait a minute, he didn't wrestle that much.
Dave Abbey over at YouTube, please anyone take the belt off Becky. I think you're going to get your wish, my friend. We're going to go into the King of the Ring prediction shortly, but I think that's going to happen. And then Tara, I don't know if this was addressed yet, but does anyone know if the Bianca Belair pregnancy rumor is true? So I've been hearing that a lot, but I've also been hearing that it's a joke. But I don't know how true it is, although if it is true, then Bianca has to stop wrestling. So,
yeah.
In that case, they'll have to take the tag titles off her and Jade. So I'm not so sure if they're true or not, but I have been hearing the same rumors, but I've also been hearing that it's kind of a rib. So I don't know. Has anyone else heard anything
for
about
Jade,
this?
though.
Yeah, it would. It would be horrible.
No,
because she needs Bianca right now. I've been seeing her.
Definitely. Do you think they could just sub out a new team partner for her? Or?
I think they would have to. I don't think she's ready to, like...
No, I mean, to not drop the title belts. Just sub in another person.
I hope they don't. I mean, they did that with Chelsea Green and Piper Nivens. I would rather them have to relinquish the belts, quite honestly.
Or have her defend it by herself and still be winning.
Well, okay, that too. I mean, I will say she had a one-on-one match with Nia.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, that was the best I've seen her. She showed a lot of improvement. And I can't imagine that is kudos to Nia. I mean, I thought that was one of her better performances. So she is getting better, which is going to happen.
Nia has been doing great, brother.
Yes, Nia's been looking great.
Yeah, you know what it is? That was for me. That was like a brute match, right? That was a lot of shoving, pushing, kicking. Those are things she's good at. Her problem is when you start flipping into ropes, hitting the ropes, right. Hitting combinations. That's when she starts fumbling a little bit and starts botching. So I want to see her improve in that aspect. But you're right. Like, if they play to her strength and keep it like that, like have her wrestle those type of wrestlers, she'll be able to like get over with no problem.
Yeah, I agree. Dave Abbey over at YouTube, Strowman won with a 9-year-old. Well, that's very true. So he could always have a substitute, but I don't know. I would rather see her not with the title at that point and just kind of, or like Al, like you said, have her just defend it and be handicap matches.
What if she has a defense or two by herself and then recruits another partner?
I mean, that's kind of really
so
the
that
same
she
thing.
could. I mean, you get the I can stand on my own, but eventually just reaching out to somebody.
Kind of like what Jericho did with Edge, and then Edge got injured, so he got Big Show.
Yeah, kind of like that.
You know what would be interesting? If she is willing to take another partner and Charlotte makes her return.
Oh,
Ooh.
my God.
And you have Charlotte and Jade as a tag team.
Shit.
And Jade could learn a lot from Charlotte as well. So that could be interesting. And then, who knows, maybe you do a Mania triple threat. Charlotte, Bianca, and Jade. That's fucking money. In Vegas. Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, look, that sounds great. I mean,
Triple
to
H
put a
call
twist
us.
on it. To put a twist on it, another idea you could also do is, who knows, have a 10 women, 15 women over the rope Royal Rumble, whoever wins is her partner, and like give her somebody that she'll probably clash with, just to create some rivalry for whenever they lose it in the future. It becomes a beef automatically.
Right.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Something like that, or have like a little gauntlet match, like they do with they have women gauntlet matches. So you have a gauntlet match for half the tag team title, and the winner becomes her partner. That would be interesting also.
That would be interesting.
You could showcase a couple talents, see what they got. Like, I like that new girl, I think she's British or English from NXT that just came up. Valkyrie, I like the way she wrestles. She wrestles
a lot like Becky Lynch.
Yes, she wrestles convincingly. And, that's what you want as a fan.
Dave Abbey, can someone please explain to me what the fuck the point of Damage Control is anymore? There's no way Io shouldn't have gone to the finals. I happen to agree. I think as much as you want to push Valkyrie because she just got called up and there's momentum there, Io should have been in the finals. So I don't disagree. But that's just the way they decided to go. Tara, yes, I don't like, but I would feel bad for Bianca if they replaced her with someone else. Well, if she is pregnant and can't wrestle, how do you feel bad for her? I mean, they can't just, I mean, she's going to be replaced. Either they remove the tag titles and a different team takes them all together, or she finds a replacement. I mean, you can't hold it for 9 months. I mean, I really don't think she's pregnant, though, so I think this is all a moot point, to be honest. But
yeah.
It's good for talk, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
I mean, it's definitely a conversation. What else from... Oh, so the main event. Yeah. I love what they're doing with Jay. I love how every main event now, you see them walking through Gorilla and then going out and then seeing all those different angles. And now they're just continuously dimming the lights, letting the fireflies come out. They're all doing... I mean, the presentation is great. I'm so happy for Jey Uso because this is really going over.
It's the best walkout in the business.
100%. And before we dive into the match with Gunther, which was fantastic, I'm almost wondering, eventually we're going to get the debut of Uncle Howdy and his people, right? They could use this as Jay's their first victim because he's trying to steal the Fiend's fireflies or something. Like, there's a way they can kind of tie that in, and then you start a whole new thing with Jey Uso and the Wyatt Six, or whatever they're going to be called. Although, if you're going to do the whole bloodline, I don't know if you can do that. So, I guess it all depends on when all this is going to actually happen. But I was just thinking, like, they could tie that in. It would be pretty easy.
Wouldn't the bloodline happen when Roman comes back? So that's months down the road. You could definitely fit that in.
Well, that's true. You could fit it. I mean, you could make that a couple months.
Doesn't sound like a bad idea. I like it.
Right? It's just a way. I mean, because we know they're coming, but we don't know who they're going to go after. But that match with Gunther, I mean, I don't think Gunther has ever had a bad match. And you put the two of them together. I am not mad at all that Gunther won, and I think it was the right call. As much as I love Jay, and I feel like he's never winning the big one.
That finish was great, though.
It was a great finish. It was a great finish. It was a great match. Gunther is a fucking beast. Mm-hmm. So, anything else? Oh, we have to talk about Chad Gable. You officially.
When does Otis turn?
Well, I have a theory on that, but you finally see Chad interacting backstage with the what are they called?
Creed Brothers.
Right. So this is happening now. Like, this is coming together, and I love. Gable's been such a dick, but it's entertaining as hell. I love everything they're doing, and I'll dive a little more into what my prediction is as we get to the King and Queen of the Ring predictions. Does anyone else have anything from Raw that they want to talk about? Otherwise, I'll shift over to King of the Ring.
Well, relating to that whole thing with Chad Gable, that backstage segment with Otis and Sammy was very good storytelling.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, look, out of, and again, WWE has a lot going right now, but that Chad Gable story, it's developing very well, right? That storyline is awesome. Like, the guy started it off as the good guy trying to get you excited, and all of a sudden now he's relaying his struggles to his understudies, but it's really his struggles because he hasn't been the same since he lost the to Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. So ever since then, you've seen a shift in his character, but very slowly, meticulously, till we got to this point. And his last pupil, who's his most trusted person, it's about to turn on him, and that's going to be his breaking point. And I want to see. Hopefully, they don't let go of that character. Then, hopefully, he has like this Kurt Angle switch that he switches to, and they fucking start really building on this kid because I think he's an awesome wrestler.
Oh, he's amazing. He
has it all.
And I think him with the Creed brothers, I think is going to be amazing.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be really great. I did you notice that the crowd was even chanting "You suck," but the way that they used to do it to Kurt Angle?
Yes, indeed.
Right?
That's gonna stick.
Yep, it's gonna stick.
Going to stick.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, and the Creed brothers are gonna end up being like the Haas and Benjamin to his Kurt Angle.
Yeah,
correct.
This is your new Angle family, or whatever the fuck they were called.
What was their name back then?
Well, the two of them were the world's greatest tag team, but
together
they were just Team Angle.
Team Angle. That's what
Team
it was.
Angle.
Team
Okay.
Angle. Yeah.
Team Gable. Angle Gable.
Yeah, I mean they should bring Kurt Angle back to be a part of it. They really should.
That'll be awesome.
It would be amazing.
And this is going to end up doing a lot for Otis as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 100%. Well, so let's get into King and Queen. Hold on, Dave Abbey over at YouTube. How can you not talk about the new number one contenders for the? You, motherfucker.
Oh shit! We almost forgot.
No, I purposely kind of moved on because I didn't think it was worth talking about. Quite honestly,
No.
But
Steve,
Dave Abbey's never going to let
the
that.
mic. Steve, you do the honors.
And the number one contenders for the women's tag team titles
No.
are Shit Stain Starks.
You're a professional. Please start over.
You're right. And new number one contenders for the women's tag team titles. Zoe Shitstain Starks and her partner, Baszler.
Well, we need to clip that.
I think this is great.
I gotta say, the match was actually quite entertaining. I did enjoy the match. Not the ending, but the
Could have
match
been
was good.
anyone's game, and that's what I like about the match.
Fucking shit stain. Well, the good news is they're not going to win.
Yeah, of course not.
Oh man, if they win, I can't wait till next Tuesday.
if
We have
they,
to start with that, by the way.
If they win and I'm not on, you know why.
No. If they win, please, I would like to start the show with Zoe Stark's music. Long shot, but please agree on it.
I cannot confirm nor deny at this moment.
Can we take a panel as a total team? It's 5 of us.
I believe Steve has to do it if they win.
The music
Anybody
will be
else?
up.
Ryan?
You can all go fuck yourselves.
Ryan, Eric, no?
The music will be there. I have access to play it if needed.
And I agree with that too. So
Ryan will not be on next week's episode.
Oh my god.
I will find a way.
Oh, that's funny. All right, King and Queen of the Ring. Actually, very cool. SmackDown is going to be in Saudi Arabia, so that's new.
Oh, nice.
So you're going to have SmackDown in Saudi, and then also King of the Ring.
They might break attendance records.
Well, they will for Saudi Arabia, I'm sure.
Yeah, because that's going to be a fucking stadium, I'm sure.
And Dave Abbey, if they win, I'm buying Steve a Zoe t-shirt.
He's a medium. He's a medium now, Dave. He's a medium, Dave.
You're a dick. All right, so let's talk about the King and Queen of the Ring. So we have the final of the tournament for the men. It's going to be Gunther versus Orton. So
this is a tough one, honestly.
Well, my thinking is, I have a feeling Tama Tonga or somebody from the Bloodline 2.0 is going to cost Randy Orton that match, and Gunther is going to go over as your King of the Ring. But I don't think it's going to be a clean over Orton. I think there's going to be some shenanigans.
I think it's going to be clean, and I'm going with Gunther. I think the fact that they want to build that King of the Ring. Look what he did to Jey Uso. Jey Uso's arguably the hottest thing since sliced bread right now in the WWE. And he beat him clean, put him to sleep.
No, I get that. But there's a deep story now with Tonga and Orton.
Oh, did he beat him in the King of the Ring thing? I don't remember.
Wait, is that on Friday?
No. I mean, in the tournament, did he beat him in the tournament? Tama Tonga did Orton beat Tama Tonga?
No, that's the next match, isn't it?
Was that on Friday?
Oh, this is the match on Friday.
Yeah, that's the next match.
Right, that match is happening. So I think, based on how that finishes, I have a strong feeling that's going to carry over and cost Randy. Or, like Dave said, something's going to happen to Orton with Orton's leg injury. So, we'll have to see. But I think we're all, either way, in agreement, Gunther is King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Intercontinental title, Zayn, Gable, Bronson Reed. I will say this. Gable's going to lose because Otis is going to turn on him and cost him winning. I think that's happening. So Otis turns this Saturday. And I think Sami Zayn is going to walk out and retain the title, although I would not be mad if Bronson Reed won.
I think Bronson's taking it.
I agree with that statement.
He's all business.
Al, you think Bronson wins also?
I think Bronson wins, man. I don't know why. I got a hunch. I mean, I would love Sammy to keep it, but I wouldn't be mad. Like, I would not be mad if Bronson takes it. I think he's been down this road too many times. and he's a very skillful big man. Man, he could be a threat with that title on him. He could do different things.
I'm a big fan of Bronson Reed. I've been a big fan of him for quite a while now. And again, I wouldn't be mad at it either, but my gut's telling me Sami Zayn is retaining the title.
And my thing with Sami is, I think Sami could go back with his brother and not even lose a step, and they could go back to be tag team guys. They're not doing anything really. Like Kevin Owens ain't doing anything.
They're on different brands, right?
Yeah, they're on different brands.
Yeah, so you could make a switcheroo.
That's true.
Sami and Otis.
Yeah, I was gonna make a joke. When has brands really mattered?
Well, listen, so far, they've stuck to it. It hasn't been very long, but so far.
Yeah.
So we'll see if it continues. Tara also agrees Bronson Reed. Women's World Championship. Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan. I think Liv Morgan takes Becky Lynch. I think Liv Morgan goes over, and that's going to set up Liv versus Rhea Ripley. Especially since there were more photos this week of Liv Morgan getting out of the Judgment Day's vehicle. So they are definitely planting seeds for a Liv Dominic affair and Rhea's return, and it would make sense if Liv had the title. So I think Becky loses.
And she's gonna have the Latino heat with her.
Oh yes, her daddy.
Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom.
That lovely mustache.
The only thing that bothers me is that then they should have just had Liv win the title in the fucking first place.
I don't think.
I don't mind the progress.
Nobody knew Rhea was going to get injured.
No. But I'm saying they didn't need to put it on Becky. The story was already there with Liv, so they should have just done that.
I see where you're saying.
Yeah,
Skip the middleman of Becky.
Yeah, I guess I see it too. But they also needed a match in between. So you have Liv look like the big shot getting over Becky Lynch, makes her more credible when Rhea comes back.
Yeah.
Plus, Dirty Dom goes with the women's champion. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, it's a package deal.
Well, yeah, that would just add to more of how much of a scumbag he is. You know what I mean? So Liv Morgan, everyone in agreement, or anyone think Becky's going to keep it?
Or what would be great for Dom is if he switches back to Rhea after she wins the title. That'd be a real scuzzbag move to move with the title.
That's true.
That's awesome.
Does Dom get involved and help Liv win the title?
That would be wild.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Is Dom doing anything?
Dom's
He's
hurt.
injured.
Dom can't wrestle, but he can interfere.
No, I'm saying, is the Judgment Day involved in anything in the upcoming pay-per-view?
No.
Okay.
There's only, as far as I can tell, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 matches at this pay-per-view.
Well, isn't Priest going after Drew? Isn't that happening?
Oh yeah, Priest and Drew. Yeah, but they don't really supposedly interfere till the end of the match with him.
Priest and Drew is not.
Is that on the card?
It's not.
It's not that I'm
It's going to
seeing.
be on a Raw or something.
Or that's going to be at the Clash of the Castle,
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
right?
That is
Oh
coming.
man, if that happens, McIntyre's definitely winning. Or do they screw him at home and they keep the tradition going?
I mean, Punk could screw him out of the title, and you
Oh,
can
that's
build
true,
to
too.
SummerSlam.
Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul. Cody Rhodes, obviously.
So this is definitely for
unfortunately.
only one title now, right?
Yeah.
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 They pulled
Logan pulled a scumbag
What a
move.
pussy.
That
Pulled
was
the
so
lawyer move.
funny, though. That was so funny. It was a good segment. But in the end, U.S. title doesn't get defended. So it's I got to go with Cody.
Yeah. I can't see Cody losing.
But the answer is, how does this end?
Clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a
SummerSlam.
clean over, like Logan Paul's gonna go with the knucks to try and hit him, and Cody's gonna reverse it right into his finish and call it a day.
I agree there.
It'd be funny if they had whoever's Logan's guy at the time wearing the fucking Prime thing and accidentally hits Logan. Well, no, because I want it clean.
I don't even understand this match. Like, so much talent that could go get a shot at both titles.
Yeah, but now this is going to be a great match.
I mean,
Logan Paul has been impressive, and with somebody like Cody, I think the two of them are going to work well together, and their promo work has been fantastic.
And the word is Saudi Arabia loves Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Really?
That's true. Yeah.
They must drink a lot of Prime, I'm assuming.
All the Prime.
I can't say Logan, it's against my religion, Tara.
She can type it.
That's amazing.
Right.
Dave Abbey, who cares? Cody's boring already.
Touche.
Yeah, it is what it is.
And so my boy, what's his name? Oh my God, why did I just forget his name? LA Knight. LA Knight ain't in the pay-per-view either, right?
Nope.
That sucks.
Yeah, they're not doing shit with him. And did we mention? So the Queen of the Ring. What is it? It's who are the final two? It's Lyra, Valkyria. Who's the other one?
Nia Jackson.
Is it Nia? So I gotta think.
Isn't
Another
Bianca
No.
versus
It's
Nia?
Belair against Nia.
Oh right,
And
Belair.
then-
Oh yeah, right.
And then the winner.
What?
the
Right, that's
SmackDown.
happening. Right, that's happening. So we don't know yet.
So which
Who-
one's happening this weekend? I mean, Saturday, SmackDown?
Bianca
Nia Jax
Nia.
versus Bianca, and then whoever wins that is going to face Lyra for the Queen of the Ring. So I got to imagine it's going to be Bianca, and then I think
Bianca will win.
It can't be
Yeah.
Valkyria. It can't be.
they might go with Valkyria. It's possible.
But then they should have let Tiffany Stratton do it then.
Exactly.
She's more
Tippy
entertaining.
time.
Honestly,
Tiffany
before
would have
So
the
been
annoying.
perfect for
tournament-
this.
So good at it.
Honestly, before the tournament started, I'm like, Tiffany's going to win this whole thing.
I'm actually surprised that she didn't advance. Because you're right, with her gimmick, they would have been pretty perfect for her to be the queen. But I wouldn't be upset if Nia became Queen of the Ring, to be honest. She's
Not a
been
bad
doing good.
choice.
She's been putting in the work.
But I think if Lyra wins, it probably would be better if she if David overcomes Goliath. You know what I mean? Like with against Nia,
Right.
like that unexpected Cinderella story.
Yeah, that's true.
Or you
Tara-
have Nia win and destroy her, and
Tara thinks Valkyria is going to win. So we'll have to see. It's coming up.
And I didn't understand the point of even putting Jade and Bianca in there at all. Like, I thought it should be them versus whoever for the tag titles or something.
Dave Abbey, Jade has to do something to unintentionally screw Bianca. So I'm
It's
not
way too early to play.
well, see, that's what
Yeah.
I'm not hating that idea, but at the same time, I also was going to say I think it's a little early because
That's
I honestly
gonna
think
happen eventually, but
I think you're going to get Jade versus Bianca at Mania. So
yeah,
I think one of the two of them screws each other in the Rumble kind of thing, and then that kind of leads up.
yeah, do it
I-
like Savage and Hogan. Make it
I
out.
think that's the only reason why Jade got DQ'd is because it's too soon to have Bianca versus Jade, especially with them being tag team champions right now,
yeah, and it's
and especially if Bianca's pregnant. So that's true too. So,
And-
but my feeling is too, if Bianca truly is pregnant, is she wrestling on Friday, and is she traveling to Saudi Arabia?
She can't be pregnant, man.
I don't think she is.
They would have eliminated her. She wouldn't advance if she was pregnant.
Right. And if I'm pregnant, I'm not traveling to Saudi Arabia. God forbid, like something happens. I'm not relying on their medical team. I want to be home. Fuck that shit. So, I don't know. But that's the entire show. If anything, it's going to be fun to watch. They're always, the feel is like you're watching a Mania with all the pyro and, you know, the crowd is always great because, you know, they get it once, twice a year. So we'll see. But I'm excited for it. What time is it on Saturday? Do we know? Because it's Saudi, so it's probably in the middle of the day, no?
Give me 2 seconds. I'll
like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, something like that.
Crap.
Sounds like Steve's calling in sick.
No.
I think I'm pretty sure I saw it's 1 p.m.
All right. Well, it is what it is. So, what else? Anything else going on that anyone wants to know about? We're getting close to the top of the hour.
Have you guys been watching the bios of the rivals?
Oh man, they're so good.
The rivals have been good. The rivals have been good, and the treasures, hidden treasures, has also been great.
Yeah, I saw Hidden Treasure a lot last season. I really haven't watched it this season much.
This has been a good season. It's been pretty cool, and some of the stuff they're getting their hands on is amazing, and some of these collections are just unbelievable what people got. But the rivals has always been a home run. It's so great. Here's a good question from Dave Abbey. How did Darby come back so quickly after being hit by a bus? That's pretty true, because I feel like I heard he got hit by the bus like 2 weeks ago, and he just made his return.
It depends on how fast the bus was moving.
Did you see how fucked up his face looked after the...
Yeah, that's true.
You know? Like, I don't know, unless it was all like AI bullshit or something. I don't know.
That's a possibility. Pay-per-view starts at 1. By the way.
Yeah, I figured. Trying to think of what else I wanted to talk about this week. But I think that's pretty much it. I think we've covered mostly everything. The only other thing I feel like these pay-per-views are getting, or PLEs, whatever the fuck we're calling them, I think they're getting too close together. Like, we're not getting enough breathing room. We just had a pay-per-view 2 weeks ago.
Didn't we just have Backlash?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now we have King and Queen of the Ring this Saturday, and then this Clash at the Castle I don't think is too far off either. So it's
Clash of the Castle's June 15th, I believe.
Right. So that's not too far out.
Yeah, June 15th. Money in the Bank, July 6th.
If you think about it, a lot of these feel like house shows because nothing really ever develops. It's just a matter of champions defend belts, they keep the belts, they keep moving on, and the same storyline just keeps going.
Dave Abbey agrees with you. This one's a glorified house show, which is true. I mean, that's what the Saudi shows are. But I feel like more important things have been starting to go down there, too. Like, they're trying to make it more of a serious show than just a house show feel with tons of pyro.
Like putting the finals of the King and Queen of the Ring and adding it to this makes it bigger than the previous ones because those had kind of like no direction. This at least has some kind of direction,
right,
and theme to it.
Right, I agree. So we'll see, but as always, like I said, it always visually is just a great show to watch. You know, the production is just great. So we'll see, and it'll start with SmackDown. Anybody have anything else they want to add before we take it home?
Do you think there's another blood member from the new bloodline coming in?
Oh, Jacob Fatu is next, I think.
Is that confirmed
it's a matter
already?
of time.
Well, he confirmed signed, so it's inevitable. It's just a matter of when.
Oh shit! He signed already. When did he sign?
I think a couple weeks ago. The only hesitation to bringing him out is that they feel that he is going to outshine Solo. So my thinking was, I brought this up last week. We've always been thinking that right away Jacob's going to come in and join this new bloodline. But what if he's recruited by Paul Heyman for the other bloodline, and he comes in as a face, not a heel?
I think you need more bodies on the heel side.
Why?
If you're gonna bring Sammy back in the fold, you need even numbers.
Nobody knows that they're gonna bring Sammy back in the fold. But you have the Tonga twins, the girls that got released from WoW or left WoW, so they could easily bring them in. They could easily put Naomi and Naya in there if they wanted to. They are bloodline at this point. So there are members. There are things they can do. I think we're going to get quite a bit more family. But Jacob, I think, is the next one. And I think it would be cool for the next edition to not necessarily be on their side, you know. But we'll see. It was just an idea.
And you also have Fatu on the horizon at some point.
What was that?
You also have Umaga's son, Zilla Fatu, on the horizon.
Yeah, that's going to happen at some point. Yeah, and he's looking good. I've seen some of his videos. He's going to be one to look out for.
Is he training with Booker T?
He might be.
Or am I thinking of someone else?
I'd have to look further into that. But I think I did hear that. Cody needs a monster heel, or it's going to be really bad for him. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. They're going to have to figure something out after this Logan Paul deal.
How about Braun Breaker just takes the title from him?
What?
Just let Braun Breaker break him in half. No more Cody.
The problem is that you can't have that match right away because then Braun's going to lose.
Right.
And right now, Braun just needs to keep plowing through people.
Could we potentially see Cody versus Gunther at SummerSlam?
That'd be fun.
We could, but I'd want Gunther to go over.
Correct.
And
Gunther should go after the other belt.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what he should do.
Yeah.
Well, Gunther's on Raw, right?
I don't know. Yeah, he got moved to Raw because he used to be the SmackDown champ. Yeah, so he could go after that belt.
I mean, oh my God. I mean, like, I know we've seen it before, but Drew versus Gunther is an awesome match, too.
Yeah, that would be a great match. Or even if you did Gunther CM Punk.
Yeah, or Priest could still be champion.
So there's a lot of things that could potentially happen. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the top of the hour. Well, before I close, Sean Watson on YouTube, Rock versus Stone Cold. I don't know what you're asking, but one of the greatest feuds of all time. Unless he's talking about Rivals, maybe. But one of the greatest feuds of all time. And Sean, thank you for commenting and tuning in. We appreciate it. But we have reached the top of the hour. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, as you do every Tuesday at 9 p.m. as we bring the latest wrestling news and information and our thoughts and opinions. You can find us on everywhere that you stream and anywhere that there is a podcast that is available. We are there. Just look for the War Report or tag me a date. One of those will pull it up. And Dave Abbey, thanks as always. No, thank you. We appreciate everyone that tunes in every week and comments. It always adds to the show. Dave Abbey, our good friend David Rosca, Tara, of course, and now Sean. Thank you guys all for tuning in and checking us out. We appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you every Tuesday and next Tuesday as we recap King and Queen of the Ring. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will talk to you soon.